Hey guys, Susanna here. I said to you that when I did the video on my new Etsy stuff that I was going to do a bit of a flip through of this, and I'm going to be making like a file folder project with either the two file folders that you get are either this style or this style. So I've got, like, yeah, when you get, you know, this is a pink pack and it gets this style of file folder, or, you know, or this mixed media type of file folder. So they're the different types of file folders that you get in the packs. So what I wanted to show you guys is how to do, which I'm inspired by this here, which is what I made on the first week that I was off, when I took my break from YouTube. And I'll link this below, actually, in this underneath, so that you can have a bit of a sticky. I'm going to do a little bit different to what Angela Kerr did, but it's sort of inspired a little bit by Angela Kerr. So I'm going to be using the stuff from that you get in your packs. I've also got, what else have I got? I'm going to be using, which is what I've used in here, some of my, I've got my postcard and ephemera packs 1 and 2. I'm going to be turning that into a little card. And I've also got, I found from Amity Bloom, because that's Amity Bloom as well, she's got this latest little thing for labels, which I thought were rather cute. I might use them as well. So, but I thought I'll show you how to use some of the stuff that I have got for sale on Etsy, and how you can utilize the stuff to suit yourself. Because every one of the packs gets a file folder, and they all get doilies and all that kind of stuff. So what I've got in here, see, this is my, it just happened to work really well. I used Amity Bloom's, what's her name, wallpaper that she's got, but I used this is actually an original. I just thought I'd just use that because I knew I was going to keep this for myself, because this was a little project that I made for me while I was on my break, so that I can just enjoy my time away and just enjoy the craft for craft's sake. So it was really nice, actually, doing a video, not a video, watching Angela's video every day and enjoying doing the craft. So that's one of my things. That's what it goes in here. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to get everything in there. That tag goes in there. Cigarette cards. Oh, excuse me, a dry voice. All vintage lashes and some pearls and stuff. I think I've shown you that, but she made a book in the video that she did, but I had already made this book up in a previous video, probably, I don't know, quite a few videos back. It'll be in my slow stitching, because I did a bit of slow stitching on there, and I just made a nice little booklet, which Angela has done in hers. We'll do a few different things. Got a thing at the back. She made a envelope from a Edith Holden. So, and this she made to put in, that was going to go in the front there, but I just wanted to keep this free because the paper was just so pretty. So this is going to be inspiration, and I'll just do my version and, you know, show you guys how you can turn your file folder and your wallpaper. So I'll use the wallpaper here, and this is Amity Bloom's wallpaper. These are all the little, these are made from envelopes. That's in Angela's tutorial. It's got all these little bits and pieces. It was quite a bit of work. This has got made from an envelope, so I'll probably do a couple of these little bits and pieces. used a lot of what's her name? Oh, geez, it's hard to get your words out sometimes. Edith Holden. I love this image. I think it's so beautiful. I've got this image hanging up just up on my wall there because it's going to inspire me to do another project, a sewing project. And then she's got on the back of that, she did some of these and I did a little bit different to what she did. And got a big envelope and I made a massive big fat journal card. So, and then I think there was an envelope on the back and a couple of cards in here. I don't think I put anything in this envelope, but I lined it. And then a little flip here. And this is an ephemera folder. And then in here, there was 3. This is very easy to fold and inspired, that one. And then this ephemera folder, I might make something similar to this to put in there. So this holds little bits and pieces. And there's even the 2 pockets that I've got here as well. And I'll put in some of my bits and pieces in there, and she just made these out of envelopes. Really love those. They come up so well. The on my printer just seems to come up really well. A couple of envelopes and a couple of little clusters that I've made, some stamps and some postcards and all that kind of stuff. So here's another one of the postcards. So I would probably like to make, because I think I made a ephemera folder in my previous one of the videos that I did for my sewing one. So that goes down. So I'd like to make one of these, and I've got this as well, which I might even put that on there, and then maybe do one of those, but not this big one. And here I've got I've already got them pre-cut out, the little pretty pockets that Angela made in her last tutorial. So I've started with them, and I thought having one of them in here or in there, so that'll be something that I will do, and I'll just link, when I make these, I'll link her tutorial behind on there as well. So what else have we got? So it's quite chunky, and I've just kept the back with just some beautiful wallpaper on there. So I really enjoyed it. I think she had one day after another, and it was really exciting. Every day I would get up at the same time and then watch the tutorial and then go and make it. So I think it might be about 5 or 6 videos, because it's quite detailed. I really love doing it. So I'm just going to do something a bit like this to use your stuff, and just do my sort of version of it for you guys. So okay, now I've got, this is another pink folder that I've got, and so because I've got I kept some of the doilies that I couldn't put in, because I thought, when I'm going to make up packs, I'm not going to put in lots of doilies, and this was the dust cover of the Rose book. So I kept some of the stuff from the pink. So I want to make a pink one, and this folder has already got this and all that kind of stuff in there, but I am going to make stuff for my blue wallpaper, and I've already pre-cut out a lot of stuff. Little flowers are going to fall off, so that you didn't have to endure watching me. That was from one of the roses, so so you didn't have to watch me cut out all this stuff. So yeah, So in the blue folder, well, in all of them, you get wallpapers, and you get one of these, and you get a rose print, and you get either an orchid or a butterfly. So in the blue and the pink, and I think even in the white, I mean, they're all different sizes, and what I've got in my little stash here is all bits and pieces that I sort of had some of the offcuts. So yeah, so what I'll show you today is how you can put those over there. I've already got them pre-cut. How you turn this folder into the folder. So you've got, just say this is the full folder, pretend that those bits are there, and the folders tend to grab me another folder out. So these are the folders, and see how the folders are one side's bigger than the other, and these folders are really easy to change because they've got that on there and it's already pretty much done, whereas with this one you've got that other bit sticking out. So what I did is I just sort of went down a little bit, and then I cut that out. I probably know what I need to do. Hang ten, I'll pause it. Okay, back again. Okay, I've already got one that I've pre-done. These ones are super easy. You've got your folder that you've got. That's how they come, and they come like that, and they come open like this. And then you measure. If you've got one of these type of folders, you measure 9 inches down, and then you get your bone folder and you crease all the way down, and then you fold it up, and then you cut. See, because this is the middle that's there already, and then you cut a V shape in here, and I'll show you that on this anyway. And then that's going to be folded up. It's already sort of made because it's just the right size, whereas this needs to be cut down. So I'll show you how I did this one. So what I did here is I just traced along here, okay, and then I sort of guesstimated, okay, whereabouts are we going to have this, and then thought, okay, around about there, and I measured it along the other one as well. So we go all the way down to the bottom, and you've got yourself a measurement of how long. I think it's about 3 inches. So I went down about 1.5 inches, and then this is about 3 inches long. So you just sort of do a little bit of a half circle. So you've got to make yourself up one. Then you go down 9 inches, make it a mark, 9 inches here, okay, or you can just get your board out and you go like this, and you score along the 9-inch mark all the way down. And then how big is this part? I think it's 2 3/4. So it's 10, 11 3/4. So 11 3/4 on your scoreboard. You score that. And on this one, Where did my colour go? Didn't keep falling out at the time. Okay. Where are we? My blade part of the cutter has gone AWOL. Yep, here it is. So you score 9 inches and then you go 11 3/4 and then you cut it off. But you keep this because this is actually really handy for making tags and whatnot. Then with this part, you going to cut along here. Hopefully I'm in frame. There we go. A little bit more work with this one, but not so bad. Probably erase some of the marks. Needs to be rounded off a little bit. Anyway, well, it's got the score mark on there. So what you're going to do is fold that up. Okay, and that is going to be like that. So you find the middle mark and you cut that like this, and you go about 1/4 of an inch down the bottom, and you sort of cut it onto an angle until you get to that point there. And about 1/4 of an inch, cut it on a bit of an angle till you get about there. And the reason why you need to do this is because it makes it easier for your folder to fold. And on this side, we just come in like a tiny bit, just to even it up. Okay, and there we have our folders made out of those blue folders. So I had quite a few of these blue folders, and the beauty of these blue folders is that they are a little bit thinner and they're a bit easier to work with, whereas with this one they are thick, but it was easy because that's the length of the folder. So you just go 9, score, cut in the middle, and then that's already there and you're done. They come that way, but this is how we're going to use them. So they're really easy. So this one, and that's sitting nice and flat. So what we do now, I've got one that I've got here that I used yesterday, is you get some tape. Get some masking tape, and I'm going to put that along there here. I mean, it's a pretty big piece of masking tape, but it's going to give the surface a bit more strength. This is what Angela does, and I think it is actually a pretty good idea, because now I just want to see whether I did, just trying to get rid of the sticky tape off me. It does tend to stick to you, this stuff. I'm just wondering whether I did the tape on both sides. I didn't. I just did it on the inside, which gave us a little bit of extra strength. I quite like the blue colour on the outside. So this is just to strengthen it because it's going to get a bit of work. Okay, now what I've done is because this is the blue one, I'm going to make a blue one, and I'm probably going to do a pink one off camera because I really enjoyed making these. But I can probably show you the end results of the pink one. Okay. Now what I want to do is I've already pre-cut, so save you guys having to endure. The blue packs, they actually get a couple of these in their pack. So I'm going to have that as the front and then this as the back. Quite like the bird. I just wanted the bird in the back. It didn't matter that his body half was off, but it's got some really pretty butterflies. So I really like that one for the back. So for today, I'm just going to, now this, I ended up cutting, they end up being square, so they're about 9 by 9, or a little bit just under 9 by the time you fold and do everything like that. And this seemed to, you can see this, don't really want to see this, so that's the back. Okay, so with Angela's one, or the one I did that, you could actually see a little bit of them. I don't know whether I want to see it or not. So that goes in there like that. And on the pencil line, I think I might even draw that. I think that'll be the right size now. Any trouble with wallpaper? Well, this one in particular, because this is from my personal stash. Okay. Love this. This is actually Laura Ashley wallpaper. It's so pretty. So we're going to go along there like that. It's got a little bit here, so I may need to cut off a smidge off this side. So basically what you're going to do is just cut it to fit 9 by 9, but we're going to cut it to fit a little bit, and I won't do the top. I'll just do the bottom a little bit. And a smidge off here. Okay. This thing keeps falling out all the time. Drives me nuts. Okay, so hopefully that will be fitting on there pretty good, which is good. So I want to stick that down. And it's going to take a bit of glue. put this on. Wondering whether I'm going to ink it, but I don't think I will, because you don't see a great deal of it. I did all inking on the other one, and I'm like, I don't think we need it. So holds it pretty well, because it's pretty thick. I've got some really pretty doily that I couldn't put in with the kits because it was nice in some areas, but then not in others. Oh, are you serious? I hate the way that does that. Gets clogged. There we go. Clogged halfway through using it. Just awesome. Okay, as long as the edges are done, it won't move anywhere. Okay. You just got to remember with this stuff, you don't get much of a chance, so you've got to get it down right. That's why part of me is hesitant to use it. I knew that there was a bit of a gap on the top. There we go. Okay, there's me a little scraper. Stay. Love this wallpaper, so pretty. And it's nice and sturdy, that's what I like about it. Now, measure it up and put the same thing. I'll do that later on the back. All the blue gets some of this, so I've already pre-cut up some of that, and I'm going to use, don't need to cut all the way underneath because it's going to be there, so that it gets the treatment as well of going like that. And then there's this bit which I cut up to size, so that'll be going on there as well. So that's what you can use that for. And then I've got a little bit of it left over somewhere, wherever that is. And then I'm going to put a different colour thing in here, so because that's the one where you fold over. But this gets all put together on the very last episode. So okay, now for today, what we are going to do is, I really wanted to make a little folder, because we're going to be putting, here's some of the wallpaper that you get in the kits. I think they're really, really pretty. There you go, here's a leftover bit, and that's what's left over as well, so I'm probably going to utilise that as well. And then most of you get one of these, and I've just cut out a whole thing of all the flowers that you get in those. So what I would like to do is get a little bit of an idea of what we're going to do here. This is for reference. Now I have got this in my ephemera. Was it? It's got vintage cards. I think there's pack 1, and then there's vintage postcards, pack 1 and pack 2. And this is actually a vintage photo album and from an original, and it's actually this big, and so I've reduced it down by, like, you could fit 4 in there. So I was going to, let me see, which one do I want to use? I think I might use that one. So what I did with this, I got a piece of paper that was just remnants from from the book. I think it might have been that book. I cut it down. It was one of the actual outside pages. So you, Angela used a bag. If you want, you can go onto her video and have a look what she used. I think she used a bag and then a small little envelope. She has got different colour size envelopes, but I just sort of wanted to do it a little bit to suit myself. So it's a piece of, well, it'll be a full piece of paper that is about 9 inches by 7 inches. So you fold it in half, and that ends up being 4.5 by 7 inches. And then I've got one piece of the paper, and so keep this open on this side here, because we're going to be tucking in some, like, one of the postcards from my pack, which we're going to make. I'm not going to have it as full on as this. I probably won't use that. I just would like to make, probably cut out that. I was actually going to cut this out. Don't have a big enough space, I tell you. Now, cut it out that way. You can always use that spare piece of paper. Okay, and then cut the edges. Oh, I wish it would stop doing that. It keeps coming out all the time. Cut it there. Then what I might do, get the ruler and score. Just score on there so that it makes it easier to fold in half. Okay. Okay. Then open it up and go a fraction over that side, because you know it's going to be a little bit over. And that's how you even it up. Okay. Now, what I want to do with this is now I'm gonna just, I'm pretty steady at cutting, but if you want to, I'll show you how to do it if you've got a pair, just with the pair of scissors. Just cut those bits off. And I've done this on a fairly tough card, so nice and easy to use. Let me cut around. Maybe we can start here. once you've started. Definitely makes it a little bit easier to start cutting. And just use it as a guideline, and when we get into, we're going to be inking the inside of this as well, so cover some of the white. Now it's probably getting a little bit late at this point. Okay, have a look what the time is. 36 minutes. So that's what we can do for this one right now. So we've covered the front, gotten that little bit of an envelope that's going to be sitting on there like that, and I've also get your where is it? Get your pieces of lace out that you get with the kit. See, this is the one that I was talking about. I couldn't, it's perfect, but I couldn't put it in within the kit because it had those stains on there. And I've also used some of the lace, which is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be utilising. This has got to go underneath. So, where is my scissors? So you just get your pieces of lace and cut out there. So I'll just leave that for the next episode. So what we've done on this one, gotten ourselves a bit of blank piece of paper, cut it, you know, that's 7 by 9, and then you fold it in half, and then you get some of your matching wallpaper which you've got in the kit. But I've gotten this, but if you want, you can get yourself a postcard or some sort of picture or whatever. I was thinking of that too, but that probably postcard's going to be tucked in there. So I'm going to be utilising this as a little pocket. I might even put some acetate or something on the bottom of there and making that into a pocket which I can tuck in there. So I'll catch you in the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoy making my file folder. Yeah, and it should be fun. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye. See you in the next episode.